This is the true athlete, the person in rigorous training against false impressions. Remain firm, you who suffer. Don't be kidnapped by your impressions. The struggle is great, the task divine, to gain mastery, freedom, happiness, and tranquility. Epictetus. Life can be tough, and we may face challenges that often trigger negative thoughts and emotions. Yet Epictetus invites us to remain steadfast in the face of suffering, not letting ourselves be kidnapped by these fleeting and sometimes deceptive impressions. It's like a constant battle within ourselves, fighting against the allure of negative thinking and choosing a more empowering mindset. The struggle is real, but it's a noble and divine task we undertake to gain mastery over our own minds, find freedom from the shackles of unnecessary worries, and ultimately discover the path to true happiness and tranquility. Epictetus challenges us to become mental warriors, training ourselves to see beyond the surface of events, understanding that our wisdom are powerful tools that can either imprison us or set us free. By learning to respond rather than react impulsively, we can make choices that serve our greater well-being. So let's embrace the mental athlete within us, training our minds to overcome false impressions and finding the true freedom that comes from within. Remember to conduct yourself in life as if at a banquet. As something being passed around comes to you, reach out your hand and take a moderate helping. Does it pass you by? Don't stop it. It hasn't come yet? Don't burn in desire for it, but wait until it arrives in front of you. Act this way with children, a spouse, toward position, with wealth. One day it will make you worthy of a banquet with the gods. Epictetus. Life's a banquet, and we should approach it with grace. When we see something we desire, let's not be rude to that person who snatches it from others. That's just not cool. Instead, let's wait our turn and trust that what's meant for us will naturally come our way. We should enjoy the offerings without overindulging, but appreciating the good stuff and avoid going overboard to the point of making ourselves sick. This banquet of life teaches us gratitude for what we have and the importance of savoring the present moment. Being selfless and showing kindness to others is like helping clean up after the feast, a gesture of generosity and care. And when it's our turn to host, let's treat others with the same generosity and warmth we received. Adaptability is crucial in this ever-changing menu of life. Let's be open to adjusting our tastes and expectations, embracing new experiences and challenges. As we go through this grand celebration of life, let's cherish every moment, valuing the friendships formed, the lessons learned, and the beauty that surrounds us. Each moment is fleeting, so let's relish every course served to us, making this banquet of life a truly memorable and fulfilling experience. Cato practiced the kind of public speech capable of moving the masses. Believing proper political philosophy takes care, like any great city, to maintain the warlike element. But he was never seen practicing in front of others, and no one ever heard him rehearse a speech. When he was told that people blamed him for his silence, he replied, "Better they not blame my life. I begin to speak only when I'm certain what I'll say isn't better left unsaid." Plutarch. Cato was a remarkable speaker who could captivate people with his words. What's fascinating is that he didn't practice his speeches in front of others or rehearse them out loud. Why? Because he believed in the power of thoughtful words and speaking only when he had something meaningful to say. From Cato's approach to communication, we learn the importance of quality over quantity of words in our lives. He encourages us to consider, is what I'm about to say worth sharing? To make sure that we speak when we have something meaningful to contribute that makes our words more impactful and appreciated by others. Secondly, Cato also valued the strength of silence. He understood that staying quiet can be just as powerful as speaking up. Taking a moment to gather our words before sharing them allows us to communicate with clarity and purpose, making our words more effective and influential when we do express ourselves. Lastly, Cato's approach reminds us to be authentic in our communication. Instead of engaging in empty small talk or trying to fit in, he encourages us to be genuine and share our thoughts when we genuinely mean it. This authenticity not only makes us feel more comfortable, but also enables deeper connections with others as we go through the tricky obstacles of life. If someone asks you how to write your name, would you bark out each letter? And if they get angry, would you then return the anger? Wouldn't you rather gently spell out each letter for them? So then, remember in life that your duties are the sum of individual acts. Pay attention to each of these as you do your duty. Just methodically complete your task. Marcus Aurelius. In any situation of our lives, be it at work, in relationships, or dealing with everyday challenges, we often encounter people who may rub us the wrong way or make demands that we find irritating. Our natural reaction might be to resist, argue, or retaliate, which can lead to unnecessary conflicts and stress. Instead of reacting emotionally, let's ask ourselves, are all their requests completely unreasonable? Or are there some that we can handle without much trouble? It's like someone asking how to write our names. We wouldn't snap at them. We'd calmly spell it out. Similarly, by approaching life's challenges with a level head, we can tackle each task one by one, steadily and methodically. In essence, life can be made easier if we resist the urge to get emotional over every little thing. Let's avoid unnecessary battles and conflicts and instead focus on completing our task with a positive and composed attitude, even when dealing with difficult people. This way, we'll find more inner peace and achieve our goals more effectively. Remember, it's the small, appropriate actions that lead to a more virtuous and fulfilling life. And that's a valuable lesson we can all apply in any situation. You shouldn't give circumstances the power to rouse anger, for they don't care at all. Marcus Aurelius. We often find ourselves easily swayed by circumstances of life, allowing them to control our emotions and engulf us in chaos. However, Marcus Aurelius shares a valuable insight that can significantly improve our lives. Let's not grant those bad instances of life the power to stir anger within us, because, in reality, these couldn't care less about how we feel. They are merely events, situations, or conditions, indifferent and unaffected by our emotional responses. When we recognize that these situations don't intend to provoke us, we gain the ability to step back and respond wisely. Furthermore, by channeling our energy into understanding and addressing the situation instead of dwelling on anger, we can achieve more productive outcomes. At the end of the day, it's all about taking a proactive approach, seeking resolutions, and not letting emotions blur our perspectives to make the ventures of each day in life easier. After all, when life has been tough, it becomes an opportunity for growth as challenges test our character and push us to evolve. With that, this is again powerful quote. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.